Hello everyone. Hi friends. How are you all? I hope that you are doing good. Welcome back to Vinita Online Nursing Classes. Today I am going to deal the topic from the foundations of nursing, that is 16th unit, professional nursing concepts and practices. What is the 16th unit ma? Professional nursing concepts and practices. Okay? In this unit there are the different models will be present, and also different types of the theories will be present ma. The models and the theories will be related to only the nursing. The unit name itself says the meaning professional nursing concepts, the concepts which will be related to the professional nursing, and also the practice which are related to the nursing ma. The models included in this unit is health belief model, health promotion model, and also holistic health model, theories in nursing. There are the different theories present over in this unit ma. Papler's theory of interpersonal relations, self-care deficit theory of nursing by Dorothea Orum's theory, Orum's general theory of nursing, Virginia Henderson theories, Betty Newman's system model theory, and at last final theory is Sister Callista Roy's adaptation model and the theories. Okay, these are the theories and the models which are going to present in this unit ma. Okay, let me introduce the topic. What is the concepts and what is the practice and what is the models? Just why they are focusing the nursing concepts means generally the nursing has made phenomenal achievements in the last century, which has led to the recognition of nursing as an academic discipline and a profession ma. And a move towards theory which will be based practices that has made different types of the contemporary nursings. How they are made ma? Different types of the contemporary nursing more meaningful and significant by shifting nursing's focuses ma. Because they need knowledge for the acknowledgement based to guide professional nursing practices which had been realized or released in the first half of the 20th century. And mainly these theoretical frameworks means theories, we are discussing the theories, these theoretical frameworks which have been contributed only by the nurses ma. Ever since first with the goal of making nursing as a recognized profession, and the later with the goal of some delivering care to the patients and the professionals. And also these theories are having one of the setma for interrelated concepts which gives a systematic view of phenomenon like observable fact of any event which is permanently, and also explanatory predictive in nature. These theories will be composed of different types of the concepts ma. Concepts, definitions, models, propositions, and which is based upon the assumptions. Like these theories and the concepts were derived through two principles methods ma, like deductive reasoning and also inductive reasoning. Nursing theories will be using both these methods. Theory, these having the structured ideas regarding the projects ma, the projects and structured idea regarding the practices and the concepts. Okay, in our professional education as a nurses, we the nurses need to study a range of interconnected subjects ma, which can be applied to the practices like setting. By studying these concepts and these practices, this knowledge may be derived from experimental learning, from formal sources like nursing research, from non-nursing sources. So here we know that nursing is a science involving people, environment, process fueled by a vision of transcendence in the content or context of our healthcare system. By this, to provide good defined professional care to the patient, we are following such kind of the concepts and the practices. Let's see theory. Before starting the models or the theories, we have to know that what is the definition of theories. Theory means that concepts which are the concepts and elements that will be used to generate different types of the theories. How this theory was generated? Theory was generated by different types of the concepts and the elements. That the concepts and the elements that are used to generate theory. Got it? Let's see the definition of theory. A theory is a set of interrelated concepts, definitions, and propositions that present a systematic way of viewing facts or events by specifying relations among the variables. What it says, it is viewing the exact facts and the events in a systematic way. And also not only viewing the facts and the events, it also showing specifying the exact relationship among the variables. So here the variables means exact consistency of the instrument, either the person or either the instrument or either the environment, whatever you take. So that will be coming under as your variables. Got it? This definition was given by the author is Kerlinger. Okay, Kerlinger in the 1973 he has given this type of the definition for the theory. And also this theory is a creative and the rigorous structuring of the ideas. So here what the theory will be also including, it gives different types of the ideas and the project works that will be in a purposeful and also the meaningful to the particular phenomena. So purposeful and the meaningful facts which will be showing for the related phenomenon. Got it? These theories can be defined as a formulated hypothesis or loosely speaking any hypothesis or the opinions not based upon the actual knowledge. Got it? This is the definition of theory. Coming to the characteristics of theory. Let's see. There are the few characteristics. First one is that it is a logical in nature. These theories can having the, it must be logical in nature. And the second one is the theories should be relatively simply and generalized. It should be relatively simple, but it should be generalized. Okay. Then the third one is theories can be basis for hypothesis, which can be tested for like any theory that should be expanded or that to be expanded. Coming to the fourth one, assisting in theories can be used in assisting in increasing of general body of knowledge. Why these theories? Theories were used for the contributing, especially increasing the knowledge, increasing the discipline. By that knowledge they can able to increase the discipline through the research implemented to validate them. Got it? These are the four characteristics. And let's see next characteristics. These theories can be used by practitioners. So not all the persons should not be having authority to use the theories. Only the theories should be used by the practitioners. Especially why they need to use the practitioners? Only to guide and improve their practices. Either it may be nursing or either it may be something practical procedure to perform their practices. Only the practitioner should be used. Got it? Then coming to the next one is theories must be consistent with other validated theories, laws and the principles. Whatever the theories they are going to prepare, that must be consistent, that must be validated with the other, means it should be compared with the other theories, laws and the principles. Got it? These are the 6 characteristics of theories. Coming to the next, we have learned the theory. Nursing theory. Theory means setting of your definitions, setting of your propositions like concepts we have discussed. Coming to the nursing theory. Nursing theory is it is one of the term which was given to the body of knowledge which is used to support the nursing practices. Like in this nursing theory, there will be the same concepts, setting of a concepts, definitions and the relationship, and some of the assumptions, means future expectations the nurse or someone will be assume or propositions regarding the project of a purposive like systematic view of phenomenon by designing interrelationship among the concepts, especially for the purpose of describing and explaining and the predicting or prescribing the exact theory, exact phenomena. This theory is going to, nursing theory is going to predict, describe and explain, and also prescribing, predicting, describing and explaining the exact phenomenon. Got it? Let's see the definition of nursing theory. Nursing theory is a conceptualization of some aspects of nursing. We are using the word nursing, the theory which is related to only the nursing. Here also the theory mainly focusing the conceptualizing some of the aspects which are related to the nursing, which describes, explains, predicts, prescribes, especially regarding the nursing care. What it is doing? It is describing the nursing care, explaining the nursing care, predicting the nursing care, and also the prescribing the nursing care. This is the definition of nursing theory. This, let's see next. Importance of nursing theories. What are the importance? Let's see. These theories helps to provide knowledge and also to improve practice. How they are providing knowledge and how they are improving practice? Like by describing exact phenomenon, by describing, by explaining, predicting and controlling the exact situation, exact phenomenon. Okay. And the third one is increases the nursing power. Here the nurse's power is increased through theoretical knowledge. Okay. And the fourth one is theories provides professional autonomy, means professional ethics, principles, professional values. By the theory it can able to provide the exact autonomy of our professional. And the last and the final one is the to develop analytical skills. Here the study of theory will be helping to develop analytical skills like challenge thinking, clarifying the values, assumptions, and also the determine purposes for the nursing practices like education and the research, something professional analytical skills that may use to develop. These are the importance of nursing theories. Then coming to the nursing models. Already we have seen the chapter 16 or unit 16 name, concepts, theories, models. This unit includes the models, concepts and the theories. Okay. Models. See here, if a teacher gives you an assignment that you have to prepare the model regarding vitamin A, model regarding vitamins. So what you are going to prepare? So models means general words, it is not a theory. Like you are going to work to prepare one of the framework, means it is such kind of the constructed project to prepare the model. Here see what is the meaning of nursing models. Nursing models are conceptual models. Conceptual models means schematic presentations you are going to perform, and constructed of theories. So you are not at all going to write in a theoretical manner. Whatever you are going to prepare the model, that you should not be presented in a theoretical manner. So you are going to you are taking one of the theory and you are going to construct them like in a constructible manner. And concepts, what you are doing in the nursing models, like these are the models constructed of theories and the concepts. They can help the nurses. By these models, by preparing these models, the nurses can be benefited. How they are going to benefit? Nurses to help the assess, plan and implement the patient care by providing a framework within or which to work. Got it? So this is the exact meaning of models. Okay. Then major concepts, we have to know that major concept. What are the major concepts which will be included in these type of the concepts, theories and the models? Okay, there are the 4 types of the nurses have developed various theories, especially that to provide different explanation regarding the nursing disciplines and the nursing principles or the nursing like practices. See, all theories and the all whatever theories and the concepts that are having consisting of the 4 types of the concepts. First one is the person, second one is the environment, third one is the health and the fourth one is the nursing. Let's discuss one by one. What is the first one? Here, person means it refers to all the human beings like people, like the in this person concept, the peoples are the recipients of nursing care. They include the individuals, families, or the communities, or the groups, or the single or like individual families. So they are going to include. That is the first concept of our theories, models, and the like conceptual framework. Coming to the second one, environment. Here, environment means like environmental factors may include. It includes the all factors which includes the individuals. See here, environment means all the factors internally and externally they are going to include. It means not only in the everyday surroundings but all the settings where nursing care is provided. So those all will be coming under the environment. Coming to the third one, that is health. You know that health is a well-being, complete well-being. That health generally addresses the person's state of well-being by observing the physical state of physical condition, then we can able to know that person is having the state of well-being. This is the third concept. Coming to the fourth one, nursing. The concept of nursing, like it is central to all the nursing theories. Here, definition of nursing also describes regarding the nursing theories what nursing is and what nurses to do and how the nurses will be interacting with the clients. Most of our nursing theories will be addressing each of the 4 like central concepts that are explained, that are described, that are prescribed regarding the particular type of the situation. Got it? These are the 4 concepts of theories, models and such kind of the frameworks. Let's see. First model is that there are the different types of the models. Already I have described, that is the health belief model, health promotional model, holistic health model. So these are the 3 models. So let's discuss. The first model is the health belief model. Here the health belief model means it mainly attempting regarding the health behaviors, okay, only focusing models which were focusing towards the regarding the health. The health belief model is a psychological model. We used to call health belief model in an short form, that is a HBM. The health belief model is a psychological model that attempts to explain, predict health beliefs. It is focusing? It is focusing regarding the explaining and predicting exact health beliefs. This is it is done by focusing on the attitudes of the health beliefs of the individuals and the families and any of the community. But anyway, this kind of the health belief model is especially psychological method. It shows like psychologically complete health belief, health well-being of the person. This health belief model was first developed in the year 1950s by one of the social psychologists, that is Hobsbawm. So who is the author, who is the founder of the health belief model? This health belief model was first developed in the year 1950s by the social psychologist. The psychologist name is Hobsbawm. So here later on, Rosenstock and the Kegels working in the US public health services, mainly they are Rosenstock, Rostenstock, Rosenstock and the Kegel, Kegel. So these two people were working in the US, especially for the public health services. They were working with the human health belief model. When it was established, it was developed in the year 1950s by the social psychologist, that is Hofbauer. Okay, then this model was developed in responses to the failure of free tuberculosis health screening program. What is the main response, why this model was developed, so especially for the response to the failure complete, that should be a failure free of, so failure free of health screening tuberculosis. Like since then HBM has been adopted to explore a variety of long and the short term health behaviors that includes the sexual risk behaviors and also the transmission of HIV AIDS. Got it? So here also, along with that sexual behavior attitudes, they have response to failure of free tuberculosis. But how they can able to maintain the free tuberculosis? By performing the health screening program. Got it? Then next, this model was further run by the Becker and the colleagues in the 1970s and the 1980s. Who was run, so this model was developed by the one of the author, one of the person, that is a Becker. Okay, when it was developed, it was developed in the year 1970s and the 1980s. It was developed in the year 1950s, but further it was moved forward to the 1970s and the 1980s with the help of the colleagues and the Becker. Okay, then here the Becker 1917, same person, he was modified the health belief model by including 3 components. Let's see what are those components. First, remember 1950 the health belief model was developed. Okay, Beckham was started. In 1970s and the 1980s, the Becker was further developed. Coming to the 1974, same author, the 1974 Becker, he was modified this health belief model with the 3 components. Okay, the first one is the individual perceptions, second one is the modifying factors, and the third one is variables likely to affect initiative action. By these modifying the health model into these 3 components. Let's see one by one. First one is the individual perception. So here individual perceptions means perception means including all the activities of the human being. Individually the person may involving in the all activities. Under the individual perception there are the 3 types. First one is the perceived susceptibility, second one is the perceived seriousness, and the third one is the perceived threat. Let's discuss one by one. What is the meaning of perceived susceptibility? Here, like what are the chances that could happens to me? Means here perceiving individually susceptibility. Is there any reasons what it is going to be happen? Individually he is going to be perceived. Okay, what are the chances that could happen to me, what are the rises, what are the agonies that could be happen to me, like a family history of certain disorders like such as a diabetes or the heart diseases that may make the individual feel at high risk. So here what the individual is feeling, that anything is going to be happen, like any of the he is perceiving from the previous, from the individual, from the group of the family. Is there any chances to occur diabetes mellitus? Is there any chances to occur cardiovascular diseases? So here individual he is going to be suspect. Got it? Then coming to the second one, that is the perceived seriousness. So here perceived susceptibility, that making the person at a high risk position. Coming to the second one, perceived seriousness. Here perceived seriousness, how serious it could be happen, it did happen, when it was happened to be, if diabetes or mellitus was occurred to me, then how serious it could be leading, like concerning about the spread of acquired immune deficiency syndromes reflects the general public perceptions for the serious of this illness. Here already he is suspecting, so if whatever he has suspected, that makes him as a seriousness. So what could be happen if it is serious to me, if it occurs to me? So here it will be happening by that perceiving the person has belonging to the such kind of the illness. Coming to the third one, that is the perceived threat. here perceived threat means like perceiving susceptibility and the perceived seriousness, that will be both combining to lead the person to the threat means some of the horrible conditions, okay, of an illness or the threat of an illness to the specific or the individual. For example, like a person who perceives that many of the individuals in the community have AIDS, okay, they may not necessarily pursue a threat of the disease, but if the person is a drug addict or the like homosexual, but there is a the drug the perceived threat of the illness, that is more likely to increasing the cause of the combined susceptibility and the seriousness. So here the what the person is doing here, person is perceiving the exact situation. So if the community people are suffering with this kind of the COVID-19 or something, so it may affected seriously, it may affected to me. So if I get affected with that, what is the threat, what is the, so here by that seriousness, by that perceiving, the person is going to undergoing for the threat. Got it? This is the first component of health belief model, that is the individual perception. Coming to the second one, modifying factors. Here under the modifying factors there are the four types. First one is the demographic variables, socio-psychological variables, structural variables, and fourth one is cues to action. Let's see one by one. Here demographic variables. Demographic means completely detail regarding complete information regarding the community or the people or something else. Here demographic variables means like age, sex, race, ethnicity. Like an infant does not perceive the importance of healthy diet. Yes or no? An infant, he is an infant, he does not perceive any important regarding the healthy diet. An adolescent may perceive like peer approval as more important than the family approval. Got it? So here infant is not at all finding that importance of diet, but adolescent he is perceiving the what is the importance of diet. So here demographic variables means it includes the age, sex, race, and ethnicity of the different types of the groups and the people. Got it? Coming to the second one, that is socio-psychological variables. Here socio-psychological variables that includes like social pressure or the influences from the peers or any other reference groups, like encourage preventive health behaviors even when individual motivation is low, but for example not to drive after drinking alcohol. Here personally socio-psychological, personally psychologically the person may feel, if I drive, if I am going to take the alcohol, I should not drive. If I am going to take this kind of the food, I should not stay here. So psychologically the person is going to prepare. Got it? Coming to the third one, structural variables. Here structural variables means like here in this like pre-assume to influence like preventive behavior or knowledge about the any type of the target diseases especially that will be prior with the contact with it. In these structural variables, the Becker author, who is the person is there, who is going to be run, who is going to be develop the health belief model, the Becker, he has found such kind of the higher compliances rates with the prescribed treatments among, especially they have find the higher compliances among the mothers with whose children had frequent ear infections and the occurrence of the asthma. Okay, so that is the structural variables. Okay, then the fourth one is the cues to action. Here cues means either the external or the internal. Here internal cues means feelings, fatigue, uncomfortable symptoms. Internal. External means directly the physically person is having the physically ill, that is the cues to action. So internal feelings, if their internal feelings were ill, the person action will be different. If the external cues means external feelings were ill, the person action is very different. Got it? This is the second component of health belief model. Coming to the third one, that is likelihood of actions. Here likelihood of actions, that it depends upon the perceived benefits of the action, like minus the perceived barriers to the action. Whatever the perceived, the person has perceived, that are going to be minus, that are going to be exclude. that is the likelihood of action. So in the likelihood of action there are the two types. First one is the perceived benefits of the action, and second one is the perceived barriers to action. Mainly we have to remember the likelihood of action means completely closing the, means barriers were close to the actions. Okay, let's see. First one is perceived benefits of action. Whatever the individual has perceived in the two factors, perceiving individual, perceiving his action, perceiving structural variables, so that may sometimes it may shown in an actionic manner. Here like refraining from smoking to prevent lung cancer, and eating nutritious food and avoiding snacks to maintain weight. So here what are the benefits, whatever he has perceived, from that the benefits were taken into the action. Okay, coming to the second one, barriers to action. Whatever the perceived, that are barriers to action, that include the cost and the inconvenience, unpleasantness and the lifestyle changes. For example, in these perceived barriers to action, osteoporosis is one of the condition that is a serious public health problem. This osteoporosis will be affecting 25 million people in the United States, not in our country. 25 million people were affected with the osteoporosis in the United States, and the 80% were especially women's. After observing these type of the conditions, the national health objectives, they have given such kind of the indicates like urgent need to increase the number of women educated about the osteoporosis. Like strategies for preventing osteoporosis, including the minimizing peak bone mass and minimizing bone losses through the health education or something else like health promotion program. They are giving the awarenesses regarding the osteoporosis, like bone mass and the bone weight, like what bone losses. So by the health education or the health program, they are going to give the awareness to enhance these kind of the effectiveness of an osteoporosis and the education program. Here applying this health belief model was applying to give the particular kind of the health education program. The main purpose of these designs or these kind of the osteoporosis, especially for the designing and the implementation of the osteoporosis prevention, that by using the health belief model. Okay, got it. So by these we have observed the different types of the health types of the actions, health belief models. What are the different types of the factors were included in the promotion of the health belief model. Got it. These are the three factors. See here, this is the schematic presentation of the health belief model. Already I told Becker, the author name is the Becker in 1974. Here they have identified the exact health belief model. See here, individual perception we have discussed, modified perceptions and the modified factors, likelihood of actions. Here the individual perception means already there are the two types individually, like either the symptoms may occur, serious threat and the like some kind of the effective assumed. Here perceived susceptibility to disease X. Here disease X. Here they are imagining that disease X and the perceived seriousness severity disease X. Here only the suspectability was they were suspected, but coming to here the severity of disease was occurred. Here demographic variables like socio-economic, socio-psychological variables. So here by after occurring to the seriousness, already the threat of the disease was occurred. Here after the threat occurred, what likelihood of action is telling here, what are the preventive measures should be taken to prevent those kind of the threat. Got it. Like mass media, how we are going to take the actions, like mass media campaigns or the advice from others or the reminder, any postcards or the any newspapers, by that we are getting. So from that information we are going to prevent the exact what are the diseases or what are the threat we have been. Okay. Then this is also one of the same schematic presentation. Got it. What we have discussed the unit 16, the models and the concepts of our theories. We have been gone through theories definition and importance, characteristics, nursing theory, importance of nursing theories, nursing models, like it will be helpful in the implementing patient care, especially providing the good care and concepts health belief model we have discussed today. First model, that is the health belief model. Health belief model mainly based upon the it was started in the year 1950s, and by the author of the health belief model is Hobsbawm, and it was established or the further developed by the Becker and his colleagues in the year 1970s and the 1980s. And to follow or to continue these type of the health model, there are the three components: individual, modify, and the variables. We have gone through these type of the factors and also the schematic presentation. Got it? Stay home, stay safe. If you like my video, like and share with your friends. Subscribe for more updates. Thank you everyone.